Thank you, DJ Smooth B. I'm your host, Sam Beeman, and you're watching Light Talk. Now, on today's show, we've got a couple of wonderful guests lined up, one of which is a magician you might have seen on America's Got Talent. I was amazed when I found out that he was going to be on there. Actually, I think it was on Facebook or something. I saw like a status update, like, I'm going to be on America's Got Talent. And I was like, that's my boy! So anyways, please welcome to the show, Frankie Elliston. Man, how are you? Man,
Pretty good.
Good to see you again.
I was
Whew.
just in Colorado.
Wow, that's pretty good.
I've been working on it.
That's a good trick.
Yeah, me and the genie.
Yes, some people say, you know, boy, I just got back from Colorado, you know, flew in, and boy, my arms are tired. You're just like, hey, clap on, clap. Well, that's pretty impressive. So you're working on a lot of good tricks.
Oh, yeah.
How long have you been working on magic anyways?
It's my first day.
Oh, well, that's
Yeah,
good.
I've been working all morning. So
Pretty
I feel
impressive,
like
just,
I'm breaking some ground by now. I'd say roughly 10 years.
Okay, 10 years. And you're now...
And I've always been interested in it. I'm 20 years old now.
Okay, cool.
So it's been a lifelong interest with only about a 10-year streak of following.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So who are one of your, I'd say magical influences, but someone who's a magician, illusionist, it's still magical.
One of the things that I get complimented a lot on from my audition is that Howie Mandel asked me who I aspire to be.
Yeah.
And that's a common question. Who influences you? Who do you see that you want to be?
Right.
And Howie Mandel said, who do you aspire to be? And I told him the truth. Me. Me.
Wow.
I don't want to be...
That's pretty impressive. I don't want to be like anybody else.
I want people to just, even if they could just hear about a trick,
Right.
they could know, well, that must have been Frankie. That was that guy. Yeah, I know that guy.
So you don't want them comparing you to anybody else. You just want them to go like, wow, that is a Frankie.
I do follow, I do take tricks from other magicians.
Yeah, just watch kind of what they do.
And their style, but in the end, I want to be individual, unique. I don't want to copy anybody. Because
Right.
I've seen a lot of copies of magicians, and the magicians need to keep coming up with new stuff.
Right.
And especially with TV shows like Magic Secrets Exposed.
Yeah, what do you think about that?
The Masked
Magic
Magician.
Secrets Exposed. I mean, does that like get your blood boiling? Like, I can't believe they're showing my trick.
It's a poor excuse for a bad magician to make money.
And that's basically what it amounts to.
Yeah, just the price was right.
Right.
Everything has a price.
Because every magician, I mean, yeah, from what I've heard, you just don't tell secrets. You don't tell what, can you keep your secret?
Well, it's the worst thing about being a magician is that I almost can't just enjoy the art anymore. I can know a good trick when I see it,
right?
But I know how it's done, so I don't get that wow factor that the spectator gets.
You're looking at it from a different angle, going,
yeah.
wow, how is that? Okay, I think I know what he's got.
Yeah, and almost with every trick now, I can instantly process it, and wow, okay, it was performed well, but I know how to do it. So I don't get that same satisfaction and enjoyment from the trick as a spectator does. So, when I perform, I try and
really just bring more of yourself to the table,
yeah.
right? Like, this is what you got. This is me.
Yeah.
And so, and I know that you want to be a little bit more humorous.
Yes.
I mean, your friends say you're humorous anyways.
I always try and be funny. I want to...
That's a good thing, people.
try and be funny. Because I can take a small trick and fill a time slot with it just by entertaining, telling jokes.
And that's great.
And that's really what got me through that audition, because believe it or not, even though you couldn't see it in the video, I was booed. The audience
you
booed.
were booed?
Yeah, the audience did boo.
Wait, this was during the Orlandos?
Yeah, I was booed. Because...
Yeah, I definitely didn't pick up on
Yeah.
that. I mean, every shot they show was like...
Because it's it's a small trick for an audience of 2,000 people. And
this was the trick of you pulling the string through, which was quite...
And I was being booed, but I used my humor to pull people back.
Oh, nice.
Like my subtle jokes, if this goes wrong, I'll be back in 2 days.
Oh, yeah,
that started pulling people back.
Speaking of pulling people back, we're going to have to go ahead and take a commercial break so we can pull everybody back for the rest of the story in just a moment. We call this a commercial break, but really, it's just an excuse to test your patience. You're watching Light Talk with Sam Beeman. All right, I'm Sam Beeman. You're watching Light Talk, and we're back with Frankie Elliston. Okay, so you were telling us that you got booed. You told a little joke. You brought him back, and what happened as a summary on this whole event at Orlando?
I got backed up by two of the judges, Howie and Pierce. They liked me, so they sent me through to Vegas. And I had a small window to prepare a trick for Vegas. I went out of my comfort zone, and it was pretty much all downhill from there. I arrived in Vegas with my illusion that I built damaged in shipping. Yeah. So I had to fix that over the next 2 days, which cut down drastically on my practice time.
Yeah, to be like, focused and to be constructing in the process.
So come audition day, or actually performance day, I was separated with the magicians, and I just started getting psyched out. I saw.
So you saw what they were doing
and how good they were, and it got to me, and I wasn't happy with the performance in Vegas. I didn't make it, obviously. But I will go back next year. I've taken a lot out. I've taken a lot out.
Now that's what I like to hear right there.
Because in the end, I realized that I'm just as good as they are.
Good point.
I can perform just as good as they can. They just had better budgets. And...
So if there are any sponsors out there, Frankie Elliston, just put some money behind.
Yeah.
He promises he won't make your business disappear, okay?
I'll work for you.
Yeah.
So I will go back next year. It was a great experience. I learned some things that I never would have learned unless I went there.
Right.
So I'm grateful for it, and it was pretty much life-changing.
Wow.
Career-changing, because I thought, I'm going to go to college.
Oh, okay.
And I still would like to go to college, but for now, I'm going to pursue this.
You're pursuing... I was about to say comedy, but magic.
Comedy,
are you going to kind of...
I want to mix them both in. I want to put my foot in the door for both.
Okay, so you want to learn more how to be a stand-up comic and mix that with... Oh, man, that brings a tear to my eye right there. Let me tell you. That would be awesome, man. I'd love to see you headline and do a comedy magic show or something. Keep people guessing and then guessing for the punchline, and of course guessing like, how do you do that? That would be very, very impressive. You did some impressive stuff out on the street, and we had a great time. The people down there, they were really good sports too. Yeah. It was pretty wild. At first it didn't seem like that some of them, kind of like, okay, what do you got here? But man, once you started, well, I don't want to tell everybody like what he was doing because we're going to let you see that. But I think you'll be quite impressed. How did you feel about how do you feel about doing things like that on the street?
I love it. That's one of my favorite things to do.
Just being up close and personal like that.
Yeah, take people off, catch people by surprise and blow their minds. Show them everyday objects and do something with them that makes them think in their head, well, I know there's a trick to it, but for some reason, I feel that what he just did was impossible. That's what I know.
And that's what I heard. Yeah. That's what I heard from some of the people.
That's a good reaction when you can take something and it openly admit that it's an illusion, and the person that you showed it to will be like, well, there's no way. That's got to be real. That's when you know you have a good trick. Well,
it's just like when the trick we're about to see in just a moment, one that you do that's very, very impressive. I was talking with the gentleman right after that, and he said, I have no idea. He said, I've been around magicians. I know how some of this stuff works, and I have no idea how he did that, because he said, I felt it, and I don't, and well, we're just going to go ahead and roll that clip. Again, thank you, Frankie, for being on the show, and pleasure. Best of luck to you in the future. God bless, man. Can't wait to see what's going to happen. All right, we'll be back after this clip.
So don't take a look at it. Just place it in your open hand. Feel it go?
Oh. That's too weird. That's too weird.
It's definitely Italian great food.
Oh, it's solid.
You want to try and muscle that out? Give it a twist.
Can't do it.
It's really in there. Just do me a favor and blow on the fork. Just blow on it. Watch it in contrast with my hand. Check this out. Watch it start to go. Look.
What the?
Take this fork for me that's all messed up and angled, and on that twist I want you to rub, okay? And as you rub, I want you to really believe this time, okay? Really believe that metal will almost become like butter.
It's pretty impressive. I know a little bit of magic myself. I have no idea. I have no idea how that's done.
I think it's a trick, maybe.
What did you think about Frankie? I mean, doing this magic right in front of you.
I thought that, it was cool. He literally took a fork and broke it into pieces.
Oh, you got a souvenir.
Oh yeah.
Look at that. Check this out. The man kept his fork.
I watched his hand the whole time and I expected him to pull like a practice fork or extra fork
Or
from
plastic
somewhere.
fork. Or...
But
Snap.
we actually held the forks ourselves and watched him do it. So that was the cool part. He held the same fork and blew breath on it and it melted like literally like this.
So you want to do this around the house, right?
I want it to be my
Look,
salad.
Ma, watch this.
He showed me like 5 tricks in 2 minutes. That was cool.
That's awesome.
That was cool. That was cool.
Well, there you have it. An eyewitness who saw Frankie on the scene. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh!
Fork.
More fun than throwing your own birthday party. You're watching Light Talk with Sam.